Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another existential episode of Anything But Politics. Of course, my name, as always, is Jim Altman, and I'm joined here today by...
Christian Rollman. What's up, everybody?
What is up? It's nice to see you guys. It's been like, what, a week?
It's been a whole week.
It's been a whole 7 days.
Holy shit.
I missed you guys.
I missed you so much.
A lot has happened.
My brain has been through the entire washing machine twice.
Yeah, I've felt the full range of human emotion in the last 7 days.
Yeah.
So this episode is going to be a little bit different for all of our regular listeners and watchers, and I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. This episode is going to be a lot like our episode on AJR and their album, where we are here to dissect a piece of work, and that is it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. We're not fucking around here. It's one thing the whole time.
Both of us are longtime enjoyers of Bo Burnham and his work. You have said on multiple occasions, well, no, maybe not. It might be a little bit still on the down low, but I think you at least mentioned it on a recent episode that he's like the reason you started playing piano.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think I mentioned it on the live episode when the news came out that he was dropping a new special. The only reason I started playing with piano was because I wanted to play Bo Burnham songs at my musical theater cast parties. And because Bo Burnham was very popular amongst the theater folk. Of course.
Because of course.
And, yeah, and I was like, I think I'll be the coolest one there if I can play Bo Burnham songs. And it went well, and people enjoyed them because, of course, they did, because his songs are fantastic. And so then I was like, well, what if I started writing my own things? And I started by writing like bad, like horrible songs attempting to be funny. And then I was like, what if I wrote real music? And
what if I did kind of try a little bit?
What if I maybe stopped pretending to be 3,000 times smarter than I actually am? And just write regular old shit.
Interesting.
But yeah, so he's a big influence on my life.
Absolutely, and I've always just enjoyed his work because his through line throughout all of his specials definitely is the fact that social media is poison and the end of human progress, but an underlying tone that has also been the main focal point of many songs and does get touched on during this, although it might be definitely in the background, because this is a very social media is poison show inside.
Big time. Yeah.
But it in the background, very well established is that same through line that's in his other shows, which is the fact that performance is an addiction that he has. He is addicted to being a performer, and he kind of does dislike that part of himself. He's gone on record saying that he just wishes he didn't want to be in front of people. But he does want to be in front of people, but he also gets anxiety attacks being in front of people. So it's definitely a war with himself, and I think he touches on that in Art is Dead. My drug's attention, I'm an addict, and I get paid to indulge in my habit.
Absolutely. I think that was probably his first mention of it, if I'm not wrong. Could be very wrong, but it seems like that was his first mention of it.
I think like maybe in an interview beforehand, but
sure. But as far as
in something so like in your face, like he definitely wanted you to see that part.
Yes.
Yeah, the fact that he like struggles with that. But before we say any more, let's get to that when it actually comes up in the show, because I want to start dissecting it almost immediately.
Let's do it.
Just because I can't discount the fact that there are probably going to be people here who searched Bo Burnham inside and found the podcast. Hello. Hi.
Hello. Welcome if you're new. Hi.
This show gets wild sometimes and all over the place. But this one is going to be very centered on the show, so you'll be able to follow along. And for all the regular listeners, if you are in a sound mental place, definitely go watch Bo Burnham's Inside.
Oh, please.
If you're not of sound mental state, wait a week.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Wait a week and have your loved ones on speed dial. So, I'm about ready. Do you want to go ahead and just roll the tape?
Yeah, let's just roll the tape. Let's just get the fuck into it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Hello to the new people. We'll get back to Inside right after our lovely intro. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Woo! Hello, everybody. This is Jim and Christian.
And you're listening to Anything But Politics.
Fuck yeah! And welcome back. Where do you start?
Dude, that's the thing is like, I don't know because there's so much in this that just
allow me to introduce the idea and we'll start honing in. So
there you go.
For those of you that might not know, and you are here by circumstance, Bo Burnham has been an artist for I think he says in the special 14 years. He's been like performing on the wide spectrum of YouTube and online, doing shows, stand up, touring, traveling, and he has now 4 specials that are out. Does this make the 4th?
So he's got there's as far as specials,
Make Happy.
Yeah, there's What Make Happy, this one, and then there's one before that I'm trying to remember. I think it's
Words,
called
Words,
Bo Burnham.
Words.
Oh no, yeah, it's called Words, Words, Words. Yep, Words, Words, Words. And then there is one before that.
Is Bo Burnham just an album?
The Bo Burnham one, it was from a live performance. He did do a special, but it wasn't like a special. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's before like Netflix picked him up.
Yeah, exactly. That was just kind of he recorded a comedy album of a live show. So yeah, this would be his 4th like special because the first one was released on, I believe, HBO and then Netflix. There
are 2 big key features to what makes this album so special. This special so special. It's a special.
Yeah, this is very special.
The first is that 5 years ago in 2016, on his last show, his last special, he did quit comedy.
He sure did.
His last special was meant to be his departure from stand-up comedy. And I don't think he ever truly addressed the reason why, just that he was done with it.
Yeah, I mean,
never went into specifics because he didn't need to.
Yeah, in Make Happy, he does allude to some things about his
declining mental state.
His decline in mental state and his inability to get away from the idea that he is almost forcing himself to perform. Like the whole last 10 minutes of Make Happy is just so.
The last 10 minutes of any of his shows will fuck you up. I don't care who you are.
Yes, they will. Yeah. But yeah, at the end of Make Happy, he was basically like, I just can't do this anymore. And it's really painful and I can't do it. So bye.
And he was gone, and for 5 years we didn't hear from him in a stand-up comedy frame.
No.
He's done work. He had a movie? He was in a movie.
He was in a movie. Yep. He did a movie and he did some writing outside of, like, he did quite a bit of writing elsewhere, and yeah, I mean, he was definitely still busy. But
yeah, he was definitely still busy. I think he would have had to have kept himself busy if he was trying to distract himself from, what was bugging him so much. And that brings us to the second thing that makes Inside so unique and so special is at the end of his last Netflix special in 2016, when he was leaving stand-up comedy, there was a bit where he went backstage and all of a sudden we were transported from a live stage to a room where he played the piano, and then he stands up and he walks outside, and then the special is over.
Yeah. Oh.
That's the same exact room that we see during Inside.
Crazy. It's almost like he planned this.
It almost is.
And
he definitely didn't.
No, he could not have possibly. But he's so good at taking whatever situation happens and just making something beautiful out of it, and making it seem like the last 14 years have all been on purpose. Like like it was all calculated. It's just crazy. He's so fucking intelligent. It drives me nuts.
He's so fucking good. He's so fucking tall. Very off topic, but like he's taller than me.
He's barely taller than you. You are.
He's an
almost
inch taller than me.
Yeah, you two are roughly the same height, which jealous, but yeah.
If we had a child and that child went through some shit, it'd be Bo. But
That's good.
So that is what makes that's part of the second reason that this is so unique and so special is because yes, it takes place in that same room from the end of his 2016 special and only in that room because for those of you that don't know, this is written, directed, performed, shot by 100% Bo over quarantine from COVID-19. He 100% did this on his own.
Yeah, just the amount of work. I mean, this man had to do 12, 13, 14, 15-hour days every day for a whole year. Mm-hmm. Doing one thing every single day, all day long. That is stupid. That's stupid to me. That's bonkers. That's how do you do? No, I mean, no wonder he, over the course of the special,
went insane.
Went a little insane, yeah, because that's not a person's not supposed to do that. A person is not supposed to be capable of doing something like that.
I had a taste of that in 2017.
Yeah?
It very much reminds me of my time in North Carolina because I was away from anyone I knew, so I didn't have people visit me.
Yeah.
The only time I got to leave that room was to go do work. And then when I came back, I had nothing to do but work. But I only had to do that for a month, not a year.
Not a year.
I was working every single day to work on a performance, but at least I had human interaction.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day. Yes, I was doing work, but I was doing work with people like you. People like you. I was doing work with you. I would go and see you every day.
Yes. And we would do work together.
We did a production of Wizard of Oz together in 2017 for
those
new listeners. Hello.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know. But,
and then,
and it does drive you insane. I only did it for a month,
Absolutely.
and I did not feel perfect by the end of it.
Yeah.
Especially because the family that put me up right outside my apartment, the family that put me up in that apartment, if I opened my curtain, the only thing I saw for literal miles until the fucking horizon was cornfields. Which really got me into the mental place for Scarecrow.
There you go. Yeah. So there you go. Calculated. Almost as if it were planned.
3 moves ahead. I'm playing chess. Anywho,
we did play chess.
You were going to say?
So, yeah, and then last year I got a teensy tiny bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Last
Quarantine,
year.
you had your music.
I did. I worked on the EP all throughout the first 2 or 3 months of quarantine, but Leah was staying with me. Like, I worked on it most of the day, but then a lot of the day I spent with Leah and I spent with my family. I
can't imagine Bo didn't see his girlfriend for a year. I can't imagine that they never saw each other. Which leads me into something that I might have to save for the end because it's such a controversial topic.
Okay. Ooh.
It's such a fucking controversial topic.
I might even know it. I regret to say that I'm hesitant to say that I know what you're going to say, but I feel like I know what you're going to say.
Should I start with it?
Yeah, just go for it. Don't blue ball.
Everybody. How much of it is true?
That's exactly.
He's making art.
Yes.
Does it matter if it's honest?
No, it doesn't matter.
If it makes you truly feel something and learn something about yourself and make you ask questions that you never would have thought to ask.
Yeah.
Does it matter if it's 100% honest?
That's what I was
Bo
like. Bo
has a girlfriend, and he dedicated the show to her. It says her name at the end.
Yeah.
To lore for everything. He's been with her since 2013. Do you think they didn't see each other for a year and that he was truly alone in that apartment for the whole year? He goes out for groceries, and, you can't forget that.
Oh, that is true.
He wasn't in a room for a year, and that's what a lot of people think. And honestly, who's to say? He could have had Postmates. He could have not seen his girlfriend for a year. I don't know, but you have to consider the fact that it might not be 1,000% true and honest, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking throughout a decent parts of it. Of like, how many of those outbursts were like. I know he does have panic attacks. I know he does.
Yes, absolutely.
And I I think that cannot go unsaid that he
that
has
what he struggles with is real.
Yes, is absolutely real.
But can you be truly real when you have a camera recording you?
Yeah.
If you're even if you are in performance mode and you let yourself be vulnerable, is it even possible to be vulnerable in a performative lens?
Yeah. Because then on a smaller scale, so you've got that shot where he is laying down on the ground. He's laying down on a pillow.
On a pillow with the microphone on the pillow.
With the microphone on the pillow.
Lovely shot. The cinematography, holy fuck, Bo.
Yeah. What the come on, man.
Robert, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I was going to say that we did not get Bo Burnham in the special. We got fucking
Robert.
Mr. Robert Burnham. That's who we got. This was not Bo. This didn't feel like Bo. Bo is a young low, what is the
I don't
early
know.
20-year-old.
This felt like pure-blooded Bo.
Yeah.
This felt like this is the most Bo we've ever had.
Really?
Because truly, even though we were introduced to Bo at this certain time, so we're like, oh, that's the first Bo I met. That doesn't mean that that's the truest Bo we've ever experienced.
It's true.
I think this is the truest Bo we've ever seen.
So
and the
other was Robert.
My whole family thinks I'm gay bouncy piano pieces was, just a younger him maybe trying to distract himself from things he wasn't ready to come to terms with yet.
Yeah, that's probably true. But yeah, that shot.
Oh, such a good shot. But about
such a great shot. He, I doubt he was taking a nap on the floor. You know what I mean? Like, that was clearly a calculated, I'm going to lay down, do this shot. It's going to be all the wires up above me and like this cluttered but also neat looking shot. It's such an interesting shot. But and he's talking as if he just woken up from a nap or he was about to go down for a nap or, whatever.
He was just having a depression rest.
Right. But,
dude, I lay down on the floor sometimes.
You lay down on the floor? With a pillow and blanket?
Especially...
With a pillow and blanket and everything?
Did you see him pull out his bed? He lives in like a tiny home.
Oh, he does live in a tiny home. He has to pull out the bed.
He has to pull out the bed. So if he doesn't want to pull out his entire fucking bed and make it, does he have a couch? I never saw a couch in that special.
The couch comes out. So it's a futon. So it's a couch and the cushions. It's like one of those hotel couches where you can take off the cushions and then a bed folds out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he would have had to set up the bed if he were to do that.
Yes,
I don't know, maybe.
A lot of the very vulnerable moments are set up.
Yes, yeah, because they have to be, because he has to get the correct lighting and everything. So he plans for those things. I think there were some outbursts that probably were genuine, because they weren't. Yeah. They didn't look calculated. It looked like he was getting frustrated.
Trying to be funny while stuck in a room. He sings this very early on. It's like the third song, maybe. Yeah, it's one of the first songs. Yeah, Stuck in a Room. And during Stuck in a Room, he sings maybe the first 3 lines, and then the song stops and he goes, I took a big fucking breath. And then he starts from the beginning. So in some frame of reference, these are set up. But there are truly vulnerable moments like in Stuck in a Room. Yes, I completely agree. Now, let's start going through the song list, like, chronologically. Yeah. I have one pulled up. Okay, great. Let's see here. Inside, of course. FaceTime with my mom. I want to do chronologically, but I also want to do, like, highs and lows, highlights, memorable bits. Yeah. Okay. Favorite song? Go. My favorite song, it's got to be Welcome to the Internet. It's my favorite song. As a song? Yeah. Because of the theatrics. Oh, it's so good. The lights he did with it visually, fucking gorgeous. The message of the song, perfect. So good. Especially right now. Yup. It's so good. It is really good. What's yours? My favorite song? Yeah. Welcome to the Internet is what I'm listening to most. In terms of how often I'm listening to it, at the top of the list, it's Welcome to the Internet. Below that, believe it or not, what do you think my number 2 would be? I think it's, I don't know what it's called. It's hard to know what these are called. But it's the one with the guitar. No. No, really? Okay, so
I figured that'd be up your
Welcome to
alley.
Welcome to the Internet is my favorite song because of the theatrics and everything. But
Right.
like taking a step back from the special and looking at all of it just as music, the song with the guitar or what is it called now? Funny Feeling. That song is called Funny Feeling.
Okay.
Funny Feeling is just a good song.
It is a good song, man.
You don't need Inside to you don't need Bo Burnham to make that a beautiful song. And the fact that it's really Bo, well, just I love it more because I love him as an artist.
Absolutely.
But Funny Feeling is just good music. So really I'm gonna be listening to that when I forget what Inside is.
Yeah, right.
Like I could forget, but right. I don't have to be in a special frame of mind to listen to it. Welcome to the Internet. It's a very Bo Burnham, The World is Going to Hell song.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But it's a fun, bouncy, there's a contrast. But Funny Feeling is just such a good song.
It's a really good song.
The song I'm listening to most that isn't Welcome to the Internet is Possible Ending Song.
Define Possible Ending Song. Is that...
It's the song that he literally prefaces with... this is the possible ending song for the show. It's not finished yet, but I'm just going to record what I have. Take one.
It's the one that's before, put your fucking hands up.
Isn't it?
Is it before that or after?
It's after that.
It's after that?
Yeah, it's the one
last
that
30 minutes is such
starts...
a trip.
So long.
Oh, goodbye. Yeah.
And the one that ends with, well, look who's inside again. That one?
Oh, when he's naked.
Yes.
I
didn't mean to make that sound when you said that, but like, the fact that, no, I meant like, you understand what I'm talking about now. Let's talk about it. I was ready. I was ready to talk about the song because it clicked which song it was.
Yes.
I wasn't, not that he was naked. I want to backtrack. He awakened things in a lot of people with how he looked during this one. Because it wasn't vulnerable just emotionally, but there were multiple times in the show where he's not fully dressed, and with the rugged beard and the long hair, he did things for a lot of people.
He sure did. There were some
I'm
shots
a lot
that
of people.
Nice.
But
there were some shots I was like, whoa, what happened to Bo?
Right? He's been through it.
He was like a kid last time.
I keep listening to Possible Ending Song. I have it on repeat.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know why, but it's so poignant and it's so beautiful.
I haven't listened to it outside of my watch through.
Oh,
my first. No, I haven't even done a second. That's what's insane to me is I feel like I've watched it 3 or 4 times.
I've watched it almost daily.
I've watched it once because
I go to work and I play it.
I couldn't watch it much at on my trip, which is why I kind of hate the timing of the release because he released it and then a day later I had to leave for a trip and I was gone all week with my family, my grandparents, and there wasn't really good opportunities. But I'm pumped to come back and just like watch it over and over and over.
You know what
again.
I wouldn't mind?
What?
In the future for episodes like these, if they were just completely separate and we got to them early. Like the day Bo released it, if we could have recorded this and then put it out the next day. Yeah. And then just had a normal ass episode on that Wednesday.
Yeah.
We'll do that in the future.
Yeah, I like
just that. So that like he released it at such a time that it's like it's almost been a week. And then it's going to take a week to get this out. No, it's not. Yeah, it's going to take a week to get this out. It'll come out Wednesday. So it'll be, 10 days since it's been out. And I don't know, with TikTok and everything, because 100% of my TikTok is just Bo Burnham right now.
Really?
Yes, my feed is purely Bo.
Yeah.
I don't know if awareness of the show is growing right now and we're still on the up and up stage where people are still going on TikTok and discovering what the show is. Yeah. Or whether we've stagnated. Things travel fast online. I don't know whether or not people are still talking about this in such a frame of... It's still very fresh. It is. It's less than a month old. But I think it's good to talk about.
It's less than a week old, yes?
Yes. At time of recording.
It came out last Saturday. Oh, yeah, sorry. At time of recording. It came out 1 week ago exactly. But yes, this will come out a week and a half after. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal on Jeffrey Bezos? Why?
I feel like the reason the song Jeffrey Bezos was, one, so short, and two, so nothing, it didn't go anywhere, was because when you're gonna make a social commentary about the state of the world right now, you can't not mention him, but you don't know what to mention. What the fuck do you say that definitely hasn't already been said about a man who has such egregious amounts of fucking wealth?
So much money, dude. So much money.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I think he said everything he needed to, which wasn't fucking much.
No, not really.
There's scream at the end of that fucking kills me, though.
Oh, yeah, so good. So good.
Yeah, the cutoff was fantastic. And yeah, there are 2 parts. He does come back to it. And that leads me to believe that there was more.
Really?
I think it was a full song, and he just cut it.
Really? Oh.
That's what I'm led to believe by the fact that there's 2 parts, and they're so disconnected from each other. One's a silhouette of him playing the piano. The other is him in a ghillie suit.
The fuck?
For those of you that don't know what a ghillie suit is, it's used when hunting, and it's made to make you look like a bush.
So that's the thing is, like, I don't... there's so much that he does, and you can't get it all.
You can't.
You can't even...
You can rewatch the show every day. You'll never get it all. And you're not meant to.
No, you're not. And that's crazy.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Do you have a least favorite song?
Yes. So, oh man.
Is it the same one as mine?
There's a few. There's a few.
Really?
Yeah, there's a few that I don't know. Now, I won't probably skip them, but it's
What's top of your list?
Top of my list of least?
Least, yeah.
Least? It's probably got to be FaceTime with my mom.
Really? It's catchy.
Yeah. It's catchy. It is. But
You have a younger mom.
I do have a younger mom.
A lot of that mom is jokes about the fact that Bo's mother, and at his age of 30, which we'll get to later, is a bit of an older woman. My mother, love her. Yes. She's not old, but she's an older woman.
Right.
And a lot of that song is jokes on the fact that she's covering the camera with her thumb. She's holding her iPhone 5 no more than 6 inches from her face.
Yeah.
She spends the call trying to find her glasses or whatever. And
my mother,
I guess it's just more relatable to me than it is to you.
Yeah.
Having a young mother.
Because my mother is the exact same age difference to Bo as I am to Bo.
No! I hate that, Christian. Christian, I hate that.
Bo's right. Yeah, like Bo's right in the middle, which is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that makes sense. That would make sense. And then my other one would probably be Problematic.
Really?
I did not like that song. I don't know what it is about it, but it just... I get it.
I think it has a good commentary. Yeah, you understand it as a piece of work.
Yes, I understand it as a commentary. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It felt...
Top of my don't really like it list is white women's Instagram.
I get that. That's probably my third. Yeah, I get that.
Just because, one, of course, you're going to not be as attracted to things you can't relate to as heavily.
Right. Yep.
And I don't think, and I don't want to be like, I'm so quirky, but like, I don't think I've ever subscribed to like a very basic frame.
Yeah.
The first half of that song is kind of dunking on the fact that, haha, a lot of white women have the same aesthetics and they're overused. Yes. Haha, basic. Yes. But the second half of the song is really good about the fact that, like, you shouldn't fucking make fun of them for that.
Yeah.
Just because, they're real people with full stories. Like that song, I saw a beautiful TikTok on the fact that it really opens a lens because that song is in phone aspect ratio. Or no, square. Yes, because it's Instagram. It's a square ratio.
Yes, yeah.
Until the point where he talks about the post that the woman made about her mom who had passed away.
Yeah. During
that monologue, it opens up to a full screen. Because we're no longer from the frame of Instagram. We're just listening to this woman's story. It's a person. Yeah, it's a basic photo. But, you can't judge someone off that. And that's the point of the song. But
Well,
I guess because I can't relate to that frame of, ever having subscribed to that basic lens, I just don't connect to it as much.
That's fair. A lot of the girls from my high school were very much like that. Very, very, very much like that. So I understood it, and then I knew a lot of their stories. So I also understood that latter end of like, you don't know. Like, you don't know why they're posting the things that they do. They're just, oh my God, they're just trying to have fun. People are just trying to have fun.
Facts.
Anyway, just let them have fun. Let them do whatever they're going to do. Why does it bother you? Anyway.
How the World Works.
Dude, I love that song. It's so good. It's so good. It's everything. And what makes it beautiful is that I don't know if you've ever watched the Bo Burnham. It's not an interview because there's like 5 other comics there. But he talks about his favorite comedian who...
Is it the Green Room interview?
Yes, the Green Room. Yes, that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he talks about Hans Taywin. Yeah, who did a sock puppet thing. And I've never seen the bit that Hans Taywin did.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see Bo like do a sock puppet because I know,
the roots of that. He's very he pulls from the things that he is inspired by 100%.
Absolutely.
The lyrics of which song? Welcome to the Internet. There are some lyrics in the slow bit of that during the monologue portion that come from what is his name? Tim Minchin is who it is. That was inspired by Tim Minchin, some of the lyrics in the monologue portion of Welcome to the Internet. Yeah, so it's nice to see him pull from those places.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that sock puppet bit was fantastic,
really
and
good.
it had an amazing commentary, and it's just a good song. That's the thing. That's the trifecta with Bo. Is there are songs that without comedy, without social commentary, is just good music.
Yeah.
Like Funny Feeling that he played on guitar.
Oh, so good.
And then there are the songs that are just there for the commentary, and the songwriting, like the composition of the song, kind of takes a back seat. So maybe it's not as good of a song,
right?
But it has a melody and it has a beat, so it's just something to put your commentary out there with.
Yeah.
And then lastly, there's the comedic portion of it. Some are a lot funnier.
Yeah.
Some are not. Some are just, art to be art. But the trifecta is when you hit all three: the funny, the commentary, and the good music. And How the World Works is definitely one of those.
Give me your others.
Welcome to the Internet is another.
Yeah, so those two. Do you have any others that hit all three?
That hit all three?
Yeah.
Hands Up.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Is good.
It's so good.
Hands Up is really fucking good.
Yeah, it is really fucking
good.
The
lighting work he did on that.
Let's just talk about the lighting work, period. Holy fuck, man.
I can't stop singing his praises. He did it alone.
He did it all
which
himself.
Shows you what he knows. I mean, think about that.
Exactly.
I am an actor who has done tech. Mm-hmm. I've run Spotlight. I've assistant stage managed. I've costumed. I've been a props master. I know the ins and outs. I've run sound. I ran sound for Into the Woods when we did that. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of that. Some people don't. Some people are just an actor.
Nice to meet you.
That's you?
That was me. Dude, I never did any fucking tech.
I like tech.
Our director made sure I did not do stuff on tech because she's like, he's just so bad at it. I really am just so bad at it. It's awful. Yeah.
But Bo, we know him as actor, comedian, musician, Bo. Why the fuck is he such a good cinematographer?
Dude, for real. He did direct a movie.
And the lighting.
Yeah.
But to direct a movie.
Yeah.
You still have a, master of cinematography who chooses a lot of the shots.
He strikes me as the type of person to actively watch other people and truly take it all in. He seems like one of those, like there are some people who learn by doing, and they do and do and do and do, and then they figure it out. And there are some people who learn by watching and watching an expert do it, and then go, I know exactly how to replicate that. He strikes me as one who that would be what he does. I don't think he is a learn by doing. So go ahead.
There are some people who will listen to a song and never get its meaning.
Yeah.
Because they like the music.
Yeah.
This is a good song. They'll never listen to what it means, and they'll never think about what it means because it doesn't quite matter to them. Bo has proven on multiple occasions that he knows every piece of art, can have a meaning.
Yeah.
And most all of his art does because of that.
Yes.
It's a beautiful medium to communicate a lot of things about one's self and the state of being.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think when he watches other people's art, he absorbs every part of it and he eats it up.
Absolutely.
I don't believe that this is the kind of man who would listen to a song just for the music.
No.
He's listening. He's picking it apart.
Yes.
I don't think he watches a film to waste time on a Saturday night.
Nope.
I think he watches a film to look at the cinematography and look at the lighting and figure out why they were that way.
Yeah.
To make him know what they were trying to make him feel when recording it.
Yep.
And I think in that hypervigilance of absorbing art, you can pick some of it up. And that he has been backseat learning for years how to set up a good shot, how to light. And I'm sure there was a lot of Google searching.
Sure. And trial and
I
error.
bet when he was like, so much trial and error.
Lots of
that he recorded some of this stuff 400 times before he was happy with it.
Exactly.
Because I want to pull up my transcript and pull up a quote that I think is so an artist. This is the artist's internal monologue.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this monologue. It's a quick one, but it's so poignant, and I want to discuss it, okay?
Please.
He says, if I finish this special, that means I have to not work on it anymore. And that means I have to just live my life. And so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to not finish this special. I'm going to work on this forever. So I'm not talking to anybody right now. I'm just talking to myself. So yeah, who fucking cares? Fuck you and goodbye. Let's keep going. You've discussed this monologue. Not this exact monologue, but you've discussed this frame of mind in releasing your music recently.
Yeah. This came up organically. I'm not trying to, but I put out a song recently. And
you're not trying to shamelessly plug.
I'm not trying to shameless plug. This is just came up organically. But I put out a song recently. Go stream it, guys. Go check it out. It's really good, and I think you should listen to it.
Links in the bio.
But yeah, so I put out a song recently, and this is one that I worked the least amount on. Aside from start to finish, because start to finish took 2 weeks because it had to. But as far as putting together a song and saying, fuck it, I'm done. I'm going to put it out. I'm going to go against the idea that I need to keep working on it so that I can't ever get criticized for it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it out. And if people don't like it, people don't like it. And then I'm going to work on the next thing. I'm going to move on. Because that is something that I couldn't do with a previous release that took 5 months. And it should not have taken 5 months. So, yes, I could not agree more with what Mr. Burnham had said there. When I watched that, I was like, wow, it is like looking into a mirror. Yeah, and I think that's what every artist goes through. I really do. And I think he nailed it.
Can I talk about some incredible details from the show?
Always.
I'm on a BuzzFeed article, which I find very poetically ironic.
Excellent.
If you've seen the show, BuzzFeed. During the song Sexting, one of the screens that flash behind Bo is basically just a long paragraph about consent.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is reading like a text that he's sending to the other person in this song.
Yeah.
And it says, no pressure, by the way. At any point, we can stop. I just want to make sure you're comfortable with all this. And please don't feel obligated to send anything. You don't want to. Just because I want things doesn't mean I should get them. And it's sometimes confusing because I think you enjoy it when I beg and express how much I want you. But I don't ever want that to turn into you feeling pressured into doing something you don't want to, or feeling like you're disappointing me. This is just meant to be fun. And if at any point it's not fun for you, we can stop. And I'm sorry if me saying this is killing the mood. That's what's behind him.
Interesting. So
yeah,
that's excellently put.
I like that that's in there, and I like that that also had no capitalization and no punctuation grammatically. There were no commas or periods. So I'm sorry if me reading that was a little
that's fine. That
rough.
That was beautifully put. That makes...
You would never read that unless you paused it and paid attention.
And I debated pausing it
because that was only on the screen for 2 seconds.
2 seconds. I debated pausing it at the time, but I was like, I think I'll wait for another. I want to really just experience this whole run through. I'm not going to pause. I'll do that on a later run through. But
if you were the kind of person, by the way, hey guys, if you're the kind of person, I'm looking at the camera now. If you're the kind of person to in like proper absorb content, then you're going to want to watch this at least twice. First time, just experience it. Don't pause it. Don't, stop to think about anything for too long. Just experience it.
Do not look
start to finish.
Do not look at your phone. Absolutely don't.
Don't look at your fucking phone.
Because I did it once and I had to rewind.
Don't.
And I hated myself for it. Because I got a notification and I was like, what's that? I looked at it for half a second and I was like, oh, missed a whole thing. Don't look at your phone. Trust me, there is
Turn your phone off. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Something
on top
happens,
of not being interrupted.
Yeah.
It's just going to feel so good.
Yes. And something happens every frame. You have to pay attention to every frame. It's exhausting. I'll let you know. You're going to be tired after watching this. You will feel tired and you will feel a little, maybe I did. I know I felt a little bit of anxiety and I had a weird day that day. That day ended up being a very weird feeling day.
That's the point though of the art.
Exactly.
That's the point of this work.
You want to feel that.
Is to make you feel unnerved.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. It's really excellently done.
It's such a somber feeling and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really
one of the things.
Well put. Sorry. I think that's people maybe this will be. No, you know what? It's not. It's not political to ask for consent. People, you say stuff like that.
Put that on a shirt. Consent is not political.
People, you say be sure to ask for consent, and people are like, well, that kills the mood. It doesn't. It doesn't kill the mood. It enhances the mood, actually, because it makes your partner much more comfortable, or whoever you're with much more comfortable. And when they're more comfortable, it's better. So
it's better.
Don't overdo it. There's that scene in such a funny scene. Have you ever seen New Girl?
No, I've not seen New Girl.
Oh, great show. There's a scene in New Girl where Jess, Zooey Deschanel, is about to have sex with her prom date. And every single thing,
Are you sure?
Everything. Yeah. Are you sure? Are you comfortable? Is this okay? Do I have your consent?
Are you certain about that?
Yeah. So, and by the end, she's just like, oh my God, just take my clothes off.
Yeah.
And then it completely destroys the mood. So one simple little, hey, just want to make sure none of this is, forced. None of this, I'm not.
Yeah.
You're not obligated to anything. I want to have fun. We're having fun. That's what it's about.
Yes.
And that is the way to do it. It is perfectly concise, nicely put by Bo. Great job. Take notes, people. Continue. Just want to throw that out there.
Some of these are details that are much more apparent, like the fact that we've already discussed. White women's Instagram, the aspect ratio for that video is square, like Instagram pictures, and FaceTime with my mom tonight is in the phone aspect ratio.
It sure is.
And that's a lot more apparent. We already knew that.
Yes.
During the song Sexting, the temperature on the air conditioner is set to 69.
Nice. Love it. That's a classic. That's one of those that sorry, super quick. That's one of those details that you have to actively think about every single thing in the room in order to get that right. It'd be so easy to just forget.
Maybe he just wanted it chilly, though. Can we consider the fact that he didn't fucking try for that for a minute? That maybe it was hot. He has studio lights in a tiny home. He has a projector on his ass.
Low key.
Maybe he just wanted it cool.
Low key, that shot was or that song was probably recorded around summertime because it's like it's like 20 minutes into the special.
What, you think he's naked because he's trying to make a point?
No.
My man's is just hot. It's the summer of quarantine. He's got like 8 studio lights on him and a projector putting things on the back wall. He's just overheating.
Yo, and those lights are hot, man. Those lights have to be
oh my
hot.
God. For those of you that have had the pleasure of never being under a stage light in your life, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you lucky bastard. Oh, it is painful. It's painful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe that is what it was.
This one might be a reach, but I don't dislike the idea.
Okay.
There is a point when Bo is talking about suicide.
Yes.
He kind of ends a song with, I'm going to kill myself, and then it cuts to him not singing. And he's like, hey, quick touch up on that. I do not want to kill myself. I want that on the record. Because he's talked about, he's made jokes about that before in the past.
Yeah, plenty.
He said it in an interview, I think on his official website for a while. It was like, do you have any pets? And it was like, yeah, I have this dog. I got him at this date. He's probably going to die around this date, and that's when I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
So I think this is the first time he's ever explicitly said, these are jokes. He actually does not want it. He's wanted to, for sure.
Yeah.
But he does not actually plan to do it.
Well, he does also. This is. So, do you remember the song "Kill Yourself" in "Make Happy"?
Yeah.
After that, he does go on like a, "Hey, don't kill yourself," but that's not about him killing himself. That's about everybody else killing themselves.
Yeah.
So slightly different.
And
yeah, it probably
to
is
be
the first
fair,
one
I think. I don't know. There is something to say about the advice that he gives during it.
Yeah.
I've been so low as to think about it for sure.
Sure.
Just the idea. I think a lot of people have had the idea of
intrusive thoughts and stuff.
Wouldn't it be much easier if we just didn't have to anything right now?
Yeah.
Like if I could just not be, period.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't that be so easy?
Like
I think a lot of people have had those intrusive thoughts.
Of course.
But I've seen, like, I've looked at a lot of discussions about the show, especially like on like Reddit. And people have said that it's very reminiscent of like suicide hotlines when they don't really have much advice left to give. Because the what he says in the show is literally like, just don't.
Yeah, don't
just
do it.
I've had people do it and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Which has always been a lot of a selfish idea. I won't get too into that, but the selfishness behind, don't kill yourself because I'll be sad.
Yeah.
That's not the frame you should go at that from.
Absolutely.
But your family will miss you. Don't. That's not a good argument.
No, it's not about everybody else.
Yeah,
it's
the
about
advice
you.
that he gives during. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the wrong frame. The fucking. Let's go back to Sacco for a minute, and he's like, I was trying to better myself. Why do you rich fucking white people always look at things from a myopic lens of your own self-actualization?
It's not about you.
It's not about you. So get with it or back the fuck off.
So good.
I love it. God. But, okay, so this is what I'm saying might be a reach, but it's really good.
Yeah.
When Bo's talking about suicide, he's projected onto his own t-shirt.
Sure, yeah.
From a version of himself later in quarantine, as you can see from his longer hair and beard length.
Oh.
This might represent his past self giving advice to his later self when he's at his lowest.
Whoa. That's dope.
I love the idea. It's a reach. It really is.
I don't know if it is. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Because he doesn't look happy in this picture.
No, he doesn't. He looks very sad.
He's very fucking bummed out. And I'm looking at him, and it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That, like, at a time when he's at his lowest and those intrusive thoughts are hitting him, he replayed that video, projected it onto his shirt.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think that's good. I like that.
I think that's excellent.
These little details. Thanks, BuzzFeed.
Thanks, BuzzFeed. Sometimes you're good.
During the song Hands Up, The projection on the wall shows the camera's battery is full. However, towards the end of the song, a second projection shows the battery depleted and blinking red.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how much there is to read in on that. There's a subtitle here. Yeah, but it says it in like much less, like there's bold text and then there's not bold text.
Oh.
The little text under the picture says, this could represent feeling emotionally exhausted or depleted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it could.
It could.
A lot of things could mean a lot of things.
It could also mean his battery's dying.
You know what? I'm not going to dismiss anything like that. I redact my scoffing at that idea. I think when a piece of work is so new and a piece of art is so fresh and out there, this could mean shouldn't be discounted.
No, because it could.
It's art. If you think it means that, it does.
Absolutely.
For you, it does. So it could represent feeling emotionally exhausted or depleted, and I'm sorry for scoffing at it. It's not my place.
Wow.
Bo's whiteboard breaking down comedy includes semi-targeted callouts like, quote-unquote, groundbreaking series about male comedian in New York City having sex, and, quote-unquote, middle-aged men protecting free speech by humping stools and telling stories about edibles. Could be calling out Louis C.K., Pete Holmes, or another long list of comedians who have done that type of show.
Yeah.
While the stool humping thing is a joke about among comedians to describe a hack comic.
Ah.
It could also be calling out Joe Rogan.
Interesting.
Yeah, podcasts are on that list, so we got a little shout out.
Oh, hell yeah. What?
Yeah, it says on the comedy board it just says podcasts, and it's a branch of stand up.
Hey. Interesting.
Hey, look at us.
Look at us doing stand up.
I don't want to talk about it now. It might be a nice thing to finish with,
yeah.
But there is a lot to say about the fact that we both absorbed this art, understood it, and then said, yeah, we can talk about that on our podcast. There's a lot to say there.
Yeah, there is a lot to say, but yeah, we'll save that. Oh, man, that's funny.
My God, I didn't think about that. I haven't heard it, at least. During the video game segment?
Yeah.
The background music that Bo says he likes is a variation of Stuck in a Room.
Yes, I did hear that. Yeah, I don't
think I realized.
I went back and listened to that part again because I thought it was a really funny bit and I wanted to watch it again. So I watched that bit again because that's all I could do on the vacation. I couldn't watch it in its entirety. I could watch little clips that I liked. So I watched that and I was listening to the piano. I was like, I was like, oh shit, that's Stuck in a Room, which is really cool. That's really, really cool. Good job, Bo.
Good job, Bo. Mm-hmm. And good sucking your own dick for saying, I like the music. The music's actually really good here.
Man.
There are visual metaphors for depersonalization and derealization disorder.
Yep.
Which is marked by the feeling that you're observing yourself from outside your body, such as when Bo is controlling himself as the streamer.
Yep.
Or feeling like you're cut off from those around you, as though there's a glass screen between you and others, such as when he's cleaning the glass in front of the camera after the intermission.
Interesting.
I wanted to talk about this, because I've not seen this fucking anywhere else.
Okay.
Do you have any... Okay, I'll ask this, and you don't have to feel bad if the answer's no. Do you have any unique things that you've not seen anyone else talk about that you want to fucking mention? Like, I've seen people talk about the fact that the streamer Bo is there for a frame in the first half of the...
What the fuck? What is that?
I've seen people talk about that.
I noticed it, yeah.
You know.
But I was like... I couldn't find anything about that. But anyway,
Well, have you ever... You've never video edited, have you?
So little. Not
like
really.
In Premiere Pro?
Not.
Do you know what a project looks like when it's done?
Not really.
Do you remember very early on when I used to have to edit the podcast a whole lot more because we used to say and ah, and then also like not talk for 30 seconds at a time?
Oh yeah, we were so
what
good.
The project file looked like. I'd like, hey Christian, done with the episode, and I'd show you a picture.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, but imagine you also had to do multiple camera shots, multiple audio files, songs, spoken word audio, green screen effects, like with the streamer bit. Can you imagine what inside looked like when it was finished before he exported it?
Can't imagine that. So you think it's a fuck up?
It very well might have been a fuck up.
I don't know, because I was thinking that, I was like, did he really mess that up? But he had to...
Premiere might have fucked it up. Premiere Pro is the industry standard for video editing.
But it had to go
for
through
professional video editing.
But it had to go through so many hands.
It did. But, like, that's not the kind of thing that you'd shut down and be like, hey, you have to edit this part out.
I feel
Even
like
if it did pass hands, I don't think anyone's going to cut that. Okay, so people that think it wasn't an accident think that it's another reference to dissociation.
Probably. Because it happened. There's another one that it happens twice. Mm-hmm. It's not the streamer one, but something else. Because I noticed it twice. I was like, that frame was out of place. It looked like it was from an earlier frame, but I can't remember which one. I need to rewatch it. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I just with these types of things, I don't think, especially it being Bo.
You think nothing's an accident?
On accident.
That's fair, and that's very fair to say.
Yeah,
But the thing is, he could have not even meant it, because like I was saying, Premiere Pro's the industry standard. It fucks up.
Yeah.
That frame of Streamer Bo could have not been there.
Right.
And when he hit export, it can be an exporting error.
Right.
That shit happens.
It does. Oh, you know what?
It can fuck itself up.
I'll also say, so I do this sometimes with my stuff. Something accidental will happen, and I will literally sit there for like 30 minutes to an hour going, how could I make it make sense? Rather than going back and fixing it. Just be like, well,
yeah.
What? It could have another meaning. Maybe this? Yeah, that'll work. And then, like, if somebody says something, I'll be like, oh, well, that's actually blah, 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 blah. So maybe you did something like that.
There's one more thing on this list, and then I want to talk about the unique idea I had.
Okay.
The last point on this list was giving context to something other people might not know about. There's such a beautiful moment in the show that makes you feel something that I can't describe, where there's a low hum. It's ominous, it is deep, it is repressed, but there's just this low hum that goes on, and Bo's sitting in a chair, and you see him paying attention to something, and then the hum just magnifies as we see him from a behind angle, and projected on the wall is him as a kid.
Yeah.
And the context it gives is that video is not just any special video, but his first YouTube video he ever published, called My Whole Family.
Yep. My whole family thinks I'm gay. Yeah.
Yeah, funny song.
Very funny song. One of the first I heard.
Classic Bo.
Absolutely.
But just the fact that he's just watching it, the music, what it makes you feel, the fact that all the lights are off and it's just that shot, it killed me.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Well, and also, like, he does basically, not exactly, but basically that idea of that shot again at the end when he is watching himself outside struggling with the door and everything. He's like watching it as it's projected as well. I wonder if there is a tie somewhere.
A parallel there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the parallels of this show.
Me too. They're
callbacks.
Everywhere. They're everywhere. What's your unique idea?
Musically as well. My unique idea, something that I've not seen anyone else talk about really.
Okay.
The importance of his camera. There are, I believe, 3 unique points in this show where we have a zoom in on his camera.
Interesting.
It zooms and it zooms and it zooms right into the center of the lens.
Yeah.
Do you remember these points?
I
think this happened 3 times.
I vividly remember one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right before hands
I think it happens twice more.
Okay. I can't remember the others.
So, because of the fact that it happens more than once, I think it has to be important.
Yes.
One thing I noticed about the first 2 zoom-ins are that it's not well lit enough for you to keep seeing anything.
Okay.
Like, if the camera was well lit, I have a camera with me so the YouTube people will be able to see it. This room is well lit. I have multiple lights in here for the show, for ABP. I have a camera, a DSLR Canon camera. Here we are. Look at that. Because the room is well lit, you can see all the details of this lens. So if I put that close to the camera, you can still see reflections.
Yeah.
You can see the details of the lens and everything. Because it's not well lit, the first 2 zoom-ins, it's just a black pit, the lens. And it zooms in and it zooms in, and what it does is it creates a Black Mirror effect. Are you aware of, like, Black Mirror?
Yes.
Not the show.
Oh.
But, like, the term.
Not really.
When you're looking at a screen and it's not on, and you just see a reflection of yourself.
Yeah. Ah.
What it does is it zooms in and it zooms in and it zooms in, and at a certain point my eyes shifted off focus because there was nothing to look at.
Yeah.
And I saw myself looking at my phone.
Oh.
That was poignant. And I can't help but think he meant to do it.
Interesting. Yeah.
It zooms in on the camera and it zooms in on the camera, which is us, the watcher. It's zooming in on itself, and we are watching through the camera. So it's zooming in on the viewer. So much to the point where you can no longer see the special. You can't see Bo. You can only see yourself in the reflection of your TV or phone.
So, wow, that's that's amazing. I think I didn't notice that, but I also sit at a quarter to my TV, so I don't sit right in front of it. But
that's fair.
That is insane.
But and here's I'll mention one more thing about it, which is why I think this has to be on purpose. It has to be a unique idea.
Absolutely.
The last time it zooms in, it's better lit, and you don't get that Black Mirror effect. It zooms in on a camera, and it is just a lens then. But I think at two other earlier times, it's meant for a moment of self-reflection. It's meant to make you look at yourself.
That's fascinating. That's really cool.
I think.
Go,
I've
Jim.
not seen this talked about anywhere.
Yeah, but hey, let's start it.
Let's open up that discussion.
Yeah, because that's dope. That's a
what
really
if I
cool
say
idea.
Bo Burnham inside camera? Incredible details, lights, shoots, edits by himself. Details and Easter eggs. Is that what I already had open? Yeah, that's the article I already had open that we just looked at. No, I'm not seeing anyone talk about this. And I think that's...
Yeah.
I think it's a interesting point of discussion.
I think that's very interesting. I don't think that's I think you're completely right. That makes sense to me. Wow. Good job, Jim. Let's claps for Jim for noticing that one. That's
Thank
really cool.
you.
Really cool.
Thank
Really cool.
you. Thank you, everyone. Very kind. This is a call to action.
Oh boy.
Look at me in my eyes. Look at me in my eyes. You and me, we're connecting right now. Parasocial relationship. Let's do this. It's like we know each other. We don't, but imagine. I don't care if you're new, and this is the first time you've ever seen our faces. Hello, hi. Welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy. Or a returning person. Hey, regular watchers.
Hey, what's up, Ty?
We oftentimes ask, say what's up in the comments, as YouTubers do.
Oh yeah.
Say something in the comments if you want to be part of this discussion, because if a couple of people, I'm gonna say 5, if we get 5 comments on this video saying that you want to be part of this discussion and that you want more of a breakdown of Inside so that you can add your 2 cents, if we get 5 from anyone, whether we know you or not, comment, say, hey, let's talk about this more. We get 5 of those comments, I want to do a live stream.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you about it.
That'd be a blast.
And it'll go for as long as we can talk.
And those for Spotify, come on over and add a comment if you'd like to. This is not just to our YouTube audience. This is everybody. Anybody who listens. Because that would be so much fun.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So if you're listening on an audio-only platform and you would like to talk more about this, come over to YouTube.
Happy to have you.
Just search up anything but politics on YouTube. You should be able to find us and find the most recent video. Comment on it. If we get 5 or more from anyone, new person or not, I'd love to talk about this more. And you can be part of that conversation live, because that's the joy of a live medium.
Woo. Yeah, that would be so cool.
So yeah, because we say that. We do. We say, hey, say what's up in the comments.
Yeah.
But like the people that we know are regularly watching our YouTube videos are people that we talk to on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So oftentimes people don't, and that's okay. But this is the one time where I think it's genuinely mattered, and that it's for a reason. You're not saying what's up so that we have interactions, you know. It's not for an algorithm. It's literally for letting us know that you want more of this.
Absolutely.
And we will we'll do an Inside live stream.
Yeah.
And we'll do something fun with that if enough people want it.
For sure. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Yeah. Down.
Nice. But yeah, let's talk about the couple more things you wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
and then we'll call it for the episode.
Let's talk turning 30, because
Yep.
funny little thing that I've mentioned on the podcast before. The day he turned 30 was the day I turned 21. We had the same birthday, me and Bo.
Oh, interesting.
August 21st, baby. And he was born 9 years before me, 1990. So, yes, so essentially he does this very... So, the way he can be silent and nothing going on, but yet be unbelievably captivating.
Screaming at his audience.
Yeah. Well, just
Yeah.
that, and yes, very much that, and also just extremely captivating. Like, you still can't look away, even though nothing's happening. And yes,
Are you talking about the moment directly before the song?
the moment directly before the song where you're just like, you can see everything he's thinking. You can see all the I don't want to say pain, because like turning 30 is like but the anguish he's feeling about, like, oh my God, my youth I'm done with being youthful, my 20s, like, it's not downhill from here, but there's that feeling.
Yeah.
And you can see it all going on behind in his brain. You can see it all happening, and it's so captivating,
And it's
so
glorious because he's so poorly lit in that shot.
Yes, he is.
You can hardly see him, but you're seeing him at his truest.
Yeah, you're seeing nothing and seeing everything at the same time. It's so fascinating. Yeah. And then, yes, he goes straight into the song of turning 30, and it's a different one.
It is.
The cinematography and lighting is
one
different.
that was not meant to be relatable. This is Bo's song.
This is him going, fuck you guys, I'm turning 30, and I'm going to sing about it. I know most of you guys aren't, but I don't care, because I am.
I hope the song is still in my mind in 9 years.
Yeah, I hope so too.
The fact, bro, where are we going to be in 9 years?
9 years when we turn 30. Whoa.
Where are we going to be?
Dear God.
Because oftentimes, as an artist, I'll look at my work and be like, I'll say, hey, I have a podcast. It has, between YouTube and Spotify, about 25 regular listeners.
Woo, we love you.
And there's a part of you as a performer that is so appreciative of that, because it means everything in the world that people take their time.
Absolutely. A lot of time.
But then, as a performer, you're also like, I want to be bigger in this.
Yes.
I can't wait to have a bigger audience.
Yeah.
I'd love to make this community grow and have more people in it and open the table for more discussion and just have a time with a bunch of like-minded people. It's fun.
Yeah.
So the fact that you think these things, I know that you are so happy with the people that stream your shit on Spotify.
Yeah.
It means the world to you, most likely, because of all the effort that you put into it.
Yes.
And on the same other side of that coin, all this time and effort you put into it, I can't imagine you're 100% happy with that number.
No. Especially with this latest release.
You can't be.
Yo, real quick, with this latest release, no one's listening to it.
Yeah?
Yeah, the streams are way below what Vocal Rest was, but no, it's...
Interesting. Do you think it was because of the marketing push you had for your last one?
Potentially, yeah, I think so. It wasn't as calculated as Vocal Rest was. But, yeah, no, stream it up if you're listening. And if you have already listened...
Stream it up.
I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. But yes, it's very much that. It's like, holy shit, 30, 40 streams on my song. That's crazy. Someone's listening to this. I've gotten 30 people or 15 people to listen twice or whatever. Like, I've done that. I did that. I was able to get that audience. And then in the same breath, it's like, but it could be so much more. You know what I mean? It's difficult. It's difficult to navigate.
I say this because this is undeniably Bo Burnham's magnum opus.
Whoa, really?
So far, this has to be his cumulative Bo.
Yeah.
His work, his art. This is the culmination of everything.
It's all leading up to this moment.
It all led up to this, truly.
Yeah.
He's 30. We're 21. As artists, we're children.
Yeah.
We might be legal adults, but you have to remember that, I've talked about the fact before, for any of you that might know who Danny Avedon is from Game Grumps and
yes.
Ninja Sex Party and Starbomb. I had a cameo done from him for my 1-year wedding anniversary. I got it from my wife. And during this cameo, he talked at length. He sent us like a 10-minute video. He's fantastic as a person. Mm-hmm. He talked about the fact that he played to empty halls for a decade. 10 years of playing to 15 people for a decade. And now he's playing sold out stadiums around the world.
Oh, yeah.
So, that is what, turning 30, it's existential. That at the same time, he's where you want to be when you're 30.
Absolutely.
In terms of an artist's perspective.
On top of the fucking world. Everyone's talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope he's been happy with the way that it's been received.
I hope so too. I think he is.
I hope that what he had in mind when making it has played out for him.
I really hope so. I wish nothing but the best for Bo.
Yeah, as artists, we are children.
Yes.
We are very young in our life. This podcast might, we might get a good TikTok presence, which we're working on. And blow up. It might take a year. It might take 5 years for, your music one song you make might blow up on TikTok. That's the thing about social media right now, is it's so polarized that it's either you're just waiting to blow up.
Yes.
Growth as an artist is hardly ever linear anymore.
No, it's
You're
not.
either someone no one knows or someone everyone knows, and it's so damn hard to be in the middle.
Yeah, there's barely any in between.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's
wild.
Yeah.
And I had this moment yesterday where the show finally hit me. Not the social media's poison part.
Right.
But the issues that come with being someone addicted to performing. It got me bummed the fuck out.
Really?
For like 2 hours. I crashed mentally just for 2 hours, and then I got better.
Yeah.
But I wish I didn't want to perform. I want to. I love to. It makes me happy to be on stage with people. This podcast makes me incredibly happy. Yeah. I love, I love these things. But I loved the show so much inside that I made a TikTok. Have you seen it?
I did see it. It's great.
A lot of people
really
did.
Good. Yeah, really?
15,000.
Whoa, all right. Okay,
it's my
Jim.
biggest video in a year.
Yeah.
Because last year, in June, almost one perfect year, I made a video about me failing to open a bottle of juice. That was a year ago.
Wow, time flies, man.
This is my biggest video in a year. And I got excited.
Yeah.
And I got inspired, and I wanted to create more on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then that's what did it for me.
Wow.
I asked myself why I was inspired, and then I fell. Because I just wish I didn't want... I wish I didn't have to. Because that's what it is.
Yes.
It's not that I want to. It truly is that I have to.
Yeah, it's that there are no other options.
There are some people who will never be under stage light. They'll never release a song on Spotify or a podcast on the Apple Podcast app, or have a YouTube channel or a Twitch. There are some people who will never experience performance, and they will live happy lives. And that is a piece that I will never know.
Yeah. Because
I have multiple YouTube channels, personal, with friends. I won't say too much, but I'll go ahead and announce that I'm definitely going to have a second podcast coming out very soon with another group of people.
Yes.
I'm so excited to fucking announce it and release it and do everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is I'm excited about it.
Yep.
But if I didn't have these spaces to perform, if I didn't have a community theater in my area, or if, the internet shut down tomorrow and I didn't have Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, what would I do? Who would I be? Where would I be at? I crashed for 2 hours yesterday because I just wish I had the peace of not needing to perform, but I do. I'm absolutely addicted to it.
Yeah.
And because it hasn't been with the internet. The internet didn't make me this way.
No.
I've always been this way. Before
Yes.
the internet was like much of a thing, like early 2000s, we have AOL at best.
Yeah.
You know, we don't even have Internet Explorer. We have AOL, dial-up
AOL,
internet.
baby.
If you use the phone, it's gonna fuck up your internet kind of shit. I was in pageants. I was in plays at my school and at my church, and I just loved being in front of people. I put on plays at home. I did magic shows as a kid. You know, I would teach a friend how to quote unquote do a trick. I'd bring my parents into the bathroom and I'd be like, look, I'm gonna make them disappear. I'd put them in the bathtub and cover them with the shower curtain. They'd step to the left and I'd pull the curtain halfway to reveal the empty space where they were standing, and my parents would clap. I've always been this way. It hasn't purely been the internet, but fuck, did the internet make it worse, because now I have 43,000 followers that I will never meet in my life. I'll never know them personally. I don't know their names or where they're from or their stories, but I need to perform for them for some reason. I don't know why. If you ask me why I want to create, I don't know if it's escapism to help people leave their lives, or embracism to force them into realizing something about themselves or myself. I don't know. I don't know. And it is heavy. And I knew when talking about this special, it was gonna get heavy.
Yeah.
I knew when discussing the show, it almost has to, legally.
Yes. It's a requirement.
But it hit. That hit me.
No kidding.
And that's why I love the show, is because it made me feel something that I don't think I would have discovered on my own. And I'm glad I felt it. Because like I said, it only hit me for 2 hours yesterday, and I'm literally fine now.
Right. Yeah.
I'm literally fine. But it brought me to a place that made me not even learn things, but realize that they're there.
Yeah.
You know, because maybe I don't need to learn anything from it. Maybe it's, I'm better for acknowledging its existence.
Being aware. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm happy. I'm good.
Good.
But that was, I don't think it would have been genuine if I didn't talk about the fact that this show did make me feel something, because it will. This show will make you feel something.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it gave me a bit of a negative outlook on my life. This is gonna be weird to talk about because Leah's in the room. But no, it's so frustrating because it especially the last 10 to 15 minutes just showed how big my fucking ego is. And it's not something I pay much attention to very often. And
we've joked about it on the show.
Yes.
The Venn diagram of
yeah.
Egotists and podcasters is a circle.
Yeah. And
we do have big egos. We think a lot of ourselves.
Yes, very big egos. And I very rarely keep mine in check. And one nice thing is that my music is not doing well, and so that helps me keep it in check, because
helps me humble myself.
Yes, nothing will bring down your ego like a piece of work that you've worked 3 or 4 months on absolutely tanking. So but like, dude, most like TikTok made it so much worse. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it made it so much worse. Yeah, and
that's what I like about one of the changes TikTok made, because it didn't fucking help me, is when I joined in 2018, there weren't followers. You didn't have followers.
Oh.
It wasn't called followers. I have screenshots of early TikTok, like just when Musical.ly took it over.
Yeah.
Just about the time I joined, it was called fans. You had fans.
Oof. That's tough.
It was something.
That's no good. Yeah, that's oof. Yeah, social media doesn't help, man. But that's
social
the
media
biggest...
is literally poison, and I hate it with everything in my being. Yet,
Absolutely.
Due to the nature of who I am as a person and an artist, I will be keeping it and using it to my own detriment.
That's right. That's what
to my
it's all
personal
about.
detriment, but to my performative gain.
It's everything. Yeah. Right now, there is no performance without the internet.
Yeah, Mimi literally has a screenshot. For those on YouTube, I'm going to see if I can get the... my camera doesn't like phones because of the way that exposure works.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Mimi had 100,000 fans. Yeah, that's the most that you have on record. You did have more. I think you topped at like 125. At most, you had about 125,000 fans.
That's crazy.
And that'll do something to you.
That will do something to you. Yeah. That. Whew.
Mimi talked about it very well earlier in the car, which, by the way, Mimi refuses to watch inside because, and that's fair. If you are listening to us talk about the show and you're like, hey, mentally, I don't think I can watch that show. That's valid, and that's okay.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, if you genuinely don't think you could do it, don't, because odds are, if you're in a place mentally where you're questioning whether or not you can watch it, then you're definitely not cool to watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Bo hits that part of you that you didn't know was there. Yeah. Mimi was talking about in the car earlier that she made a new TikTok. You know,
yes,
because no one was seeing the when she had 120,000 fans. If she made a TikTok on that account, no one would see it anymore. Yeah. So she just made a new account to start over. And she was happy with what she created. Yeah. She put out like videos of a Fallout cosplay, and it was fantastic. Nice. You know, a couple hundred people saw every video, and she was very happy with her work. She was proud of it. And I was too. Excellent cosplays, funny videos, well done. They were shot on a good camera. They were edited in Premiere Pro. It's just good art that was created. Yeah. And then she did a cosplay from Resident Evil 8, a very new game. She caught a trend, and one of her videos got like 30,000?
Hey!
Like 30,000 views.
Nice.
And she immediately wanted to delete all the Fallout work.
Wow.
Because it wasn't good anymore.
Yeah.
From that frame.
Oof.
Being an artist, for those of you that just don't know, and might never will, enjoy the piece of it. But being an artist, and it feels weird because from a self, from a frame, if I might step out and call myself an asshole, I say this like this is the worst shit. Like it's detrimental to being a person. But like, being an artist is hard, but not as hard as anything else in the world is. It's the easiest thing to have be hard in your life.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't like pity an artist.
No, don't.
Never pity an artist.
No. It's not what
because even though I say it's hard, there are much fucking harder things out there.
Yeah, big time.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy show. It's good for both performer and viewer.
Yes, I would agree.
No matter who you are as a person, you'll learn something from it, and I can't recommend it more.
Definitely. Was
there anything else you wanted to say?
I'm good. I got to get going, so that was great.
Well timed, well put. Again, one more time, I want to thank all of our regular watchers for being here. Or if you just wanted to find more content on Inside and you wanted to hear more people's opinion, and that makes you new here to Anything But Politics as a show. Hi, we're two friends who talk about anything but politics. That's what we do. Welcome to the show. And it's not always performed like this, where we talk about one thing for the whole show. Typically, I let my ADHD do the driving, and Christian is in the passenger seat bumping tunes, and it's a good time.
That's a good way to put it.
But yeah, I will say thank you so much to... We don't have a sponsor anymore.
Nope. We're free.
Not doing ads.
Shackles.
So yeah, we don't have sponsors. So the only people I have to thank
Thank you so much to nobody.
Fuck you all.
Fuck you guys.
Thank you to me. I made this. No, I want to say thank you so much to the people who pledge monthly donations to the show. That would be Miller and Jamie, two lovely people that keep the show running and make sure that we can spend more stuff on a set. Look, I have a floodlight in the back. It's blue for the show.
I got a possum.
And I have a ring light. Look at that. I have a fucking ring light, dog.
And this guy has a cowboy hat.
Y'all keep this show going.
Hell yeah.
What?
Oh, I got a possum pillow.
You have a possum pillow.
And this guy has a cowboy hat. Huh. We're moving
up
in the
keep
world.
the show running. We can give you the best show we can, both auditorily and visually, and a huge thank you to that. If you are able to do so and would like to do so, you can go to anchor.fm, that is anchor.fm/anything but, and there will be a subscribe button or a donate button or whatever it is. You'll see it. And you can pledge monthly donations at 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99, and that is a huge help, and we appreciate that. We also appreciate anyone listening or watching. Even if you can't donate, it feeds our egos, and I think we'd both agree that that helps us more.
Hell yeah, it does.
One last time, in closing, I do want to remind you that call to action. If you want more, I think we had more to say. Mm-hmm. I know I have more to say. If you have something to say that we didn't talk about, and you want to be part of the discussion, please comment. Let us know. And we will plan a live stream on YouTube where you can be part of that conversation and you can talk with us and we can explore this piece of art more because it's such a great piece of art.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
I'm good.
Then I love each and every one of you.
Mwah. Love you all.
And we will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace. Bye, everybody.
I'm dancing.
And I'm not.
Fuck yeah.